we've had smaller necklaces. Ceremonial, obviously, we've had fewer and far between, but we'll talk about what it is because this is exactly, first off, look at the silver too. So if you're a person who says, you know, I like weight to my metal. I like a big ring. I like a ring that I can feel. I want to know I'm wearing it. Look at that. Well, he sure didn't skimp on the silver. I mean, look at that just in the silver. Imagine what it would cost. But then this massive piece of ceremonial turquoise, and each one, I don't know if I have another one out here, but each and every one is completely unique and completely different because that's the beauty of it. This was supposed to be $139, and wow, these are going for just a little mention. We're doing this at $119. It's on FlexPay for $23 and change, or if you have your HSN charge card, you can do this with the extra FlexPay because all charge card holders get additional FlexPay. Our FlexPays are already great. But then we add another FlexPay on there if you have that HSN charge card. And if you don't have it, you can call immediately 1-800-695-1418 and get approved because you can take advantage of the FlexPays right this very second. So we have this in 5 through 12. And if you're like me, I consider myself to be a turquoise collector. I love it because it's pretty, but I also love the intrigue and the mystique around the fact that each and every type of turquoise seems to have a different, unique story from the mine that it comes from. So tell us ceremonial turquoise. Tell us about that.
Well, with ceremonial, there wasn't a lot of this. I've told this story, but for those that haven't heard it, okay. Ceremonial turquoise, how I found out about it, I got this crazy call, like at 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning. That's the original natural rough right there. See the rough?
My, do you have a piece of that?
Do you see? I do, and it's in the hotel room. Okay, I didn't know that I was going to be showing this ring. So if you can see, that's what the rough looks like. Can you see the swirl pattern in that? So it almost looks like snakes, right?
Yeah.
But Marty called me. I'll never forget. This was like, oh God. 3, 4, maybe even 5 years ago, he called me some crazy hour in the morning, like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning. I said, "Are you out of your mind?" You know, like
is that really what you said, or did you say, "Have you been out?"
Are you out of your mind? Why are you calling me? And he is so excited. I mean, he's like a little kid on Christmas that just got his train that he's been wanting for his whole life, right? And they found this pocket in the morning at the Kingman Mineral Park deposit. They found it in the morning, and they mined all day long and into the night until they couldn't mine anymore. And they cleaned the stope. The stope is like a stope, for people who don't know, it's like a deposit. And it's because of how turquoise is formed, that doesn't mean that it just runs forever, right? It's just a pocket. And everything had to be right for that pocket to form. And so he's telling me, this looks like old ceremonial. Yeah. Like, I'm like, okay, clue me in here, what's going on? He goes, I haven't seen this since the 60s when my grandfather, Marty's 3rd generation miner at the Kingman Mineral Park, his son Josh is 4th generation, but he's 3rd generation. His grandfather, who started it, and if you look up at the Smithsonian, actually started a lot of the processes in modern day turquoise. His grandfather was a genius, a creative genius, really, when it came to mining and different turquoise and the different processes. They only specialized in turquoise. He said that this reminds him of the old ceremonial. He told me the story about his grandfather, one of the shaman came in, the Navajo shaman, and asked him, do you have any ceremonial turquoise? And so his grandfather took him over to this little small box. He sat there, he picked it out, he left. And so Marty asked him, he said, what's that about? He said, well, you know, they use this in their ceremonies. And they use this in one of their, that's why they call it ceremonial turquoise. Right. And he said it looks identical to what that, he said, I haven't seen this since the late 60s. And so we bought the majority of that whole thing, that whole project that came out. Like I said, I doubt, I don't know for sure, but I doubt very seriously that he even has any of the rough. The only reason that you're seeing this right now, we've got just a small little pocket of this rough left in the warehouse, and we made this ring. If you're looking for matching pieces, you might be disappointed because, I mean, I've got maybe a few 100 pounds. I could maybe cut some small cabs and everything, but there's not going to be any big, bold looks. For people who got in on this when we first originally did it, and you want something accessory, or if you're a turquoise collector and you want to have all the different kinds of turquoise, this would be great for you. Or if you're one of those people that just likes those big, bold, individual design, check out the size of this ring.
Look at that, my goodness.
But, you know, like normally you would think, oh my gosh, that's got to be uncomfortable.
No, because you can see how it tapers.
It's all hand done. That's all completely hand done. We had to make this more massive. We wanted to, we used a lot of silver in this, but we also did that because a lot of the viewers requested more. They're requesting more silver presence. They want more weight to things. They want bigger. And so we said, okay, you know, we can't do it on everything, but we did it on this. Now, you know, here's a perfect example. See, look,
at the two.
Take both rings, okay? And then also look at Kate. Yeah, look at the ring on her finger. The beautiful. They're all going to have kind of the same theme as far as design. All three of those rings are going to be all three different. You're buying truly a one-of-a-kind piece. But again, this material is limited. They're not getting any more of it. The only way that they will ever get any more of this material is if they run into another pocket. Right now, from what I'm seeing, they're way high on the mountain right now. They're higher than they've ever been in the history of as long as I've known about the Kingman mine. So they're mining way up right now, and they're getting some beautiful, beautiful, they're up there in the Crow's Peak area. They're getting some absolutely gorgeous blues and clear blues and amazing, amazing, amazing turquoise, but nothing like this.
Okay, and I've got to tell you, we are extremely busy. We still have 5 through 12 though, so that's the exciting thing. We have all of the sizes available, and this is the only ceremonial, I think, that's in the whole anniversary.
It's the only piece. In fact, like I said, we're already, just so everybody knows, okay, we're almost in 2016. We're already all the way down. We're finishing up May. We've already worked on we're working on TSs for October, November, December. Actually, are in production.
Next year.
Yeah, next year. So we work way out. And I'm just telling you, even on this, we just don't have a lot. I mean, I might be able to do some small earrings. I might be able to do like a collage pendant or something like that, but that's about it.
Okay, we're gonna wrap it up. If you want that, please.